What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for jumping into another video. My name is Josh and I am just your average Joe day trader. Hey guys, if this is your first time here, thanks so much for checking us out. Hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. Hit the like button on the video when you get towards the end of it, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. If this is your first time here and you haven't experienced this channel yet, my goal is to provide you with the best day trade stocks that you can get in and out of every day, make money, take profit, get rich with me and the rest of our subscribers. And this is not financial advice and obviously not a guarantee, but if you learn your support and resistance levels, you learn how to read the candlesticks, go to some of the training videos I have on candlestick patterns, some of the best candlesticks as far as understanding your entry and exit points of a great day trade, then there's no reason why you can't make money. And whether the market's up or the market's down, no excuse, guys. I make money in the market just about every single day that I trade, because even in a down market, in a crazy market, and I'm going to share with you some of that today, there's still a great opportunity to make money. My goal is to look at the market and identify the bulls and stay away from the bears. And when you look at the list of that I create of some of the best day trade stocks, obviously, first and foremost, you've got to do your homework. You've got to look at those stocks and look at those companies and understand a little bit about them before you jump blindly into them, throwing money at them with the potential that you're going to lose that money. And let me also share with you guys, I had someone make a comment to me the other day that said, hey, I'm looking at the list of stocks that you're providing as the best day trade stocks. I got into one of them and I'm losing money. My first question is, did you set a support and resistance level on that stock, on that company, to know where it's going to bounce when it hits the top, the resistance, and where it's going to bounce when it hits the support at the bottom? And they said, no, I didn't do that. Did you look at the candlesticks to understand when was the low and when was the high? When was the dip so you could buy in low and get out high by selling? No, I didn't do that. Guys, if you're not willing to put the time in and do your research and do your homework and learn how to trade, you will lose money. Now, I will also say, if you're a professional baseball player, when you started playing baseball, did you hit home runs every single time you got up to bat? No, you had to strike out a bunch of times before you really learned how that ball's coming at you, how to swing the bat the right way. So guys, you're gonna lose some money while you're learning how to trade, but don't make it easy for these companies to take your money. Don't make it easy on the stock market to take your money from you. You've got to learn how to do it first. Paper trade for a while first, guys. A lot of my subscribers share with me, hey, I'm paper trading and I'm going through the paper trade and I'm making money while I'm paper trading. And it's awesome, but don't get to your point where you're like, oh, I've done this for a week paper trading, I'm ready to jump in. Really, you've got to learn your craft and learn how to do it the right way to be successful, guys. All right. So anyway, I'm going to get off that soapbox and I'm going to first share with you guys what a market day. First of all, I'm so excited to be back. For most of you that have been watching my videos, I was on vacation last week. And even though I was on a cruise ship, I still had access and I was still day trading my favorite stock, Apld, every single day. And I roped in about just over $800 last week from the cruise ship, guys, because I understand where my support and resistance levels are. I understand how to read those candlestick patterns. I know how to get in. I know how to get out. And my wife wasn't even that upset with me because I basically was trading in the morning while everybody was sleeping, about an hour and a half out, done, sold, moved on, sat at the pool, had a pina colada, got to go swimming, did a bunch of fun stuff, nice dinners, enjoyed my vacation while still making money. You guys, you can do this too. All right. So let's talk about the S&P 500. Everybody was concerned. I actually got up at 4 o'clock this morning to look and see what the market was doing. I always look at the S&P 500 when I get up in the morning. I always look at the S&P 500 before I go to bed at night, just to see what is it doing. Did it gap up? Did it gap down? What does it look like? Potentially the trend's going to be for the morning. And I was happy to see that everything was running kind of green last night. Everything was sort of running on and up in the 24-hour market. And I was kind of surprised because I was like, what's really interesting about this is we've got a war going on right now between Israel and Iran. We've got potential for gas prices, oil prices, all these things to go through the roof. And while the stocks are running up, historically, if you go back and look at any type of war, and guys, I'm going to give you some fun facts that you may not care about, but did you know that in the last year, In the last year, we've had over 70 wars across our globe. 70 wars within our globe, guys. I didn't know that. Okay. But when I started doing some research and I came upon another YouTuber who was sharing about the history of the stock market in a war, right? Because I've not kind of looked at it from the perspective of we're shooting missiles at each other. And so, how is it going to affect the stock market? I mean, I know what to get in and what not to get in. I know that tech stocks could dump, which is my favorite sector. I know that retail is not a great sector to be in. I know that energy is the best sector to get in right now and look at those stocks as far as potentially them going up. But I also didn't realize that there have been 70 little wars. And I hate to say little, but people die in these wars, guys. So it's not kind of funny. But there have been 70 of these over the last year where the stock market goes into a situation where gas and oil and all those stocks, they do jump up. But guess what? Then they drop and they dip. And it takes about 12 months before they return. But when they do return, they return strong and they return stronger than where they dumped or where they dropped down, where they dipped down. So keep that in mind if you're looking at oil, ExxonMobil, all these different oil and energy stocks to understand what can happen to them. But right now, absolutely, those are great stocks to get in and make some money. But they're not long term, guys, and you need to be prepared for them to turn around and dump. S&P 500, though, has not been affected by this war, this conflict between Iran and Israel. Matter of fact, I was expecting to see the S&P 500 drop and at least drop by, say, 100 points. It didn't. It went up. It went up to 630, almost $640, which is 6,400 points, guys. The S&P 500 is over 6,000 points. Okay, so all these doom and gloom YouTube people that you're listening to, aside from this channel, guys, which I think is the greatest channel that's been created out there. Obviously, I'm a little bit, one-sided, but all these doom and gloom guys that I listen to also, the market's going to crash, Monday morning's going to dump, hedge, be prepared, sell out, put your money aside, guys. It didn't happen today. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to happen in the week. Obviously, we're looking to see what kind of news is going to happen through the week with the conflict in Iran and Israel. What comes out of the White House? What comes out of Iran? What comes out of Israel? What do these leaders say that could potentially cause the U.S. stock market to potentially drop? But here's what I'm going to tell you I'm ready for, okay? I've got money on the sideline. I got powder ready on the sideline that when it does drop, when it does dip, I'm going to buy that dip, guys, and I'm going to make that money. Did you guys know that 90% of the traders make 10% of the money and 10% of the traders make 90% of the money? The 10% are the 1%ers, guys. They're the wealthy. They're the ones that know how to trade. They know how to read support and resistance. They know how to read candlesticks. And guys, guess what? They know what stocks to be in and out of. And they're patient. And they know some of these stocks you buy are for a longer term hold. Guys, when the market dips, based on this conflict, when it dips, stocks like Palantir, Nvidia, okay, big name stocks, when they dip, okay, ExxonMobil, these big oil stocks, when they dip, buy the dip, guys. Save some money for the dip. But in the meantime, go to my list, go to the video that I put out last night and into this morning, and look at the stocks I'm talking about that are the best day trade stocks. I do the analysis, I do the research, I look at them and I trend them over 30 days. Guys, take a look at them. But here's my thing. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not telling you what to sell. I'm not telling you what to hold. I'm not giving you any financial advice, okay? If you get into a stock and you're not doing the right homework and the right research and you lose money, guys, please be careful. I don't want to see anybody get hurt financially in any way. Do your homework, do your research, okay? But the S&P 500 performed very well. I got in and out of two stocks today. Two trades I did today. Apld, Applied Digital, my all-time favorite company that I day trade every single day. I got in and out of that stock, and it dropped this morning at market open, and I knew it would. I knew it would because there was all this talk about CoreWeave and them selling out of Apld, but they're still tenants. And guys, I'm going to have an update video specifically on Apld. If you follow the company like I do, it's my favorite. Okay, I knew it was going to dump this morning, and it did. It got all the way down to $10.89. Well, guys, guess what Josh did? Josh bought in after looking at the candlesticks and understanding what was happening, got in at about $11 per share. And I rode it all the way up till about the $11.55 range, and I sold. I didn't want to be greedy. I didn't want to overstay on my welcome. Guys, I made basically 55 cents per share, okay, on 1,000 shares. You do the math. That's how much money I made in Apld today, all right? And it continued to run. It went all the way to $11.70 something. Could I have stayed in it longer? Yes, but I didn't want to be greedy, and I also didn't want to lose the opportunity to take profit while I knew I was in the green, and I took profit. And I think it closed somewhere around $11.55, somewhere around there. We'll see what it does in the post market once it closes now, which it is closed. It's past 4 o'clock. We'll see what it does in post market, see what it does in the 4 a.m. pre market. And guys, if it drops and it dips again, I'm buying the dip and I'm gonna ride it back up again. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Second one I got in and out of is an old school stock I told you guys about in many, many videos before. I love to trade this daily. I hadn't traded it in a while. WULF, 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 not WOLF, which many of you were day trading with me that basically said, hey, we're going bankrupt. And they went from like, $4 or $5 a share to $1 something a share, but they're holding at $1.50 something per share, guys. So waiting to see, somebody's potentially going to buy them and they're going to be successful again. But anyway, WULF, great company, great for day trading, and it's a lower dollar trade stock within the $3 to $5 range. And I like those stocks because I can buy more shares and I can make more money. And if you understand, again, I'm going to say it over and over and over again, because many of my subscribers continue to ask me about this. Learn support and resistance. Guys, there's a video. I'm going to put it up on the screen here that I did on simple charting. Go watch the video, guys. You may know how to do this and you may be very experienced, but go watch my video. Maybe you'll teach me something. Maybe I didn't see something in how I set my support and resistance. Take a look at it. Also, do the candlestick training videos that are out there, guys. Okay, there's some real good ones. Dojis, Dragonfly Doji, Common Doji. I talk about the abandoned babies. I talk about the tweezers. I talk about tweezer top, tweezer bottoms, evening and morning stars. These are the ones that are the best candles to understand how to get in and out of your trades and make money. Anyway, guys, listen, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for taking a look at this video. I do want to mention to you guys 2 things. One, if you don't have a Webull account and you are interested in opening a Webull account, this is the brokerage that I use. Go to my videos. You can see me share sort of how it works. I also created, it's a long video, I'm not going to lie. It's over 30 minutes, but about scanners and how I use my scanners to identify these stocks that then I trend for 30 days to share with you guys in the videos. Take a look at that video also. But if you haven't opened a Webull account, go in the description. There's a link below. You can sign up for an account for free. You can fund your account and get up to 20 free stocks, fractional share stocks for free, guys. It's free money. Why not go get some free money, guys? Use the link in the description. Open that account. And lastly, I am going to be starting a Discord. I've shared it with several of the members in here already. We've got several people that want to be part of Discord, and I'm super pumped for that. I can't wait to build this community off this channel, guys. James, Mace, who am I missing? Chase, several people in here that want to be part of it, guys. The invites are coming as soon as we get enough people signed up. And it's going to be free to sign up, guys. So if you want to get part of a Discord and just be able to hear us talking about the different types of stocks we're in, what we're doing, helping each other out, being a community that way, helping each other learn, then I've already started the Average Joe Day Trader Discord. I haven't launched any of the invites yet because I want to wait till we get a certain number of people, because, guys, there is a lot of work involved in that. And if I'm going to put the work in and you guys are going to put the work in with me, I want to make sure that we have enough interested people to do that. So let me know on the channel. There's a poll. Click the poll. Let me know if you're interested. And once we get enough people, I'm going to send those invites out, guys. So hopefully you are interested. That's it, guys. If you hadn't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button for me. Hit that notification bell. And guys, listen, I want this channel to grow, and the only way I can do that is with you. I'm one of those guys. I'm a straight shooter. I'm giving it to you honest. I'm telling you how I'm making money every day. I'm not a guy who's pretending to have a $12 million account. I'm not a guy who walks you out into his garage and say, look at all my Ferraris and Lamborghinis and my beautiful house and all that, because I don't think that's the right way to try to entice people or bait and switch people into joining or becoming part of a community. Okay, I'm just an average Joe, guys. I've got a wife and kids, a house, a full-time corporate job. This is my side love. I love day trading, and I love sharing with people and seeing people succeed at day trading with me. If you're interested in doing that, guys, hit the subscribe button, send me a comment, let me know that you're in it to win it, and let's get rich together, guys. Josh out. Peace.